Hey man, hey. First of all, thank you for joining this group. I mean, we just started this group like Friday, and there's already like 24 people in there. Some of you I don't personally know, so we're honored that you want to join this group, and we hope that not only can we provide some value to it, we're inviting you to provide content and value as well, and to challenge each other. Ask your questions, and we'll do that. I want to give you a little bit of my story and what inspired me to do this. I a few years ago, I lost my sense of purpose. I lost my sense of mission. I lost my sense of who I was. You see, I had defined myself as in different roles that I've had throughout my life. For example, my first year in college, I did not enjoy it. I didn't want to be there. I wanted to be in the Marine Corps. So as soon as that first year was over, I joined the Marine Corps Reserves. Shortly after graduating boot camp and all that, the Gulf War breaks out, and I'm in digging fighting holes in the sands of Kuwait, breaching minefields. I had a sense of purpose. I had a sense of being. I was a Marine, and I loved it. After the war, they transferred us back over into the reserves. It was my plan then, because of how much I fell in love with the Marine Corps, to join the Marine Corps full time in the fall. And that's what they told me. You got to wait till the fall. We get everybody out, and then you can come back in the fall. So that was my plan. But as life would have it, I met a green eyed girl. We got married, had a baby, and now I had a different mission. Now I'm a husband and a father, and I had this sense of purpose. This is why I'm here. Well, shortly after that, we go to college. I go back to college, get my degree, and during those 4 years, now I had this mission. I'm still a Marine Reserve. I'm still a father. I'm still a husband. I've got college. I've got to graduate. This is my purpose. This is my goal. I do that. Then we move out to Washington State. I get involved with doing some things. I start a church. I've got this sense of purpose and meaning. Well, it wasn't long. A few years. That went on for a few years. The church didn't make it. A lot of startup churches don't make it. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to focus my energy on my family. My kids are getting older. I need to focus my time and energy there. Well, I started doing that. It was probably a few years after that that my marriage began to fall apart. And not only was my marriage falling apart, my kids were growing up and becoming adults. So going through that divorce, I'm no longer a husband. I'm no longer running a church. I'm no longer really needed to be there to be that type of father that I was in that season of their life. I mean, they're adults now and they're moving on. I lost my sense of purpose. I lost my mission. I went down a deep, dark hole. Was drinking alcohol too much. Was laying around. I had no motivation to do anything. I was simply just getting up and going to work and existing. Finally, I moved back to Tennessee to be here to help my mom and dad out with their farm. Got a job in a local factory, and I did that for about 3 or 4 years. And I was coming out of my darkness, right? But I still didn't have that sense of why am I here? Why? My kids don't need me like they used to. I don't have a wife that I'm supposed to be there for. I don't have this thing that I'm doing that's changing lives. I don't want to just go in and clock in and punch a clock and go to work and go home. That was not the life I wanted. So then my son moved down this summer. And when he did, I quit my job, and he and I started our own business doing home improvement and moving and things of that nature. Started feeling my sense of purpose back. And it's not so much my purpose is to go out there and hang trim or paint doors. My purpose is to do things for other people. And you wouldn't believe how many times it's how satisfying it is when you do a job for somebody and they are so happy. They've been dealing with something, this door that wouldn't shut for years, and you go in and just adjust a strike plate or do something like that, or and they almost tear up. That made me feel alive again, doing things for other people. So that's why I started this group. I wanted to share my journey with you. I want to let you know that especially men who are getting older and who are going through that season in their life where they're not needed like they once were. It's very difficult for men. I posted a podcast the other day from The Art of Manliness. If you get a chance, go listen to it. It talks a lot about that, and that's what, and even though I've been thinking about a group like this for years, that really was the, hey, you need to do this. You need to start this group so other men who may be going through what you're going through know that they're not alone. And there is an answer. And you can do things to regain your mission. Have I got my mission back yet? No, I don't have it back like it was. But I feel better about tomorrow. Right? I feel better about tomorrow. And that's the thing about a life change. A lot of times life comes at you all of a sudden and just destroys everything. You think, I got to get this back. And we want that. But remember, I didn't become a Marine overnight. I didn't become a dad overnight. I didn't build a marriage overnight. Even though it didn't make it, I very much loved being married. I very much loved that whole idea of it. And to this day, my ex-wife and I are good friends. Well, not good friends, but we're friends. We're friendly toward each other. We can hang out in the same room. We can laugh. We can share memories. And I'm proud that I built that back, and it took a long time to do that. A lot of self-reflection on my part, and a lot of humbling myself. So that's my story. That's why I started this journey. That's why I invited you to be a part of this journey. That's why I want you to be active in this group. I want you to share your stories. You don't have to do it via video. You can put a message in there. If you got a book that you're reading, share that. You've got a motivational quote, or you've just got a life question like, why am I here? Well, I'm going to tell you the number one reason you're here, you're needed. If you weren't needed, you wouldn't exist. You're needed. And the best way to find that need is to do something for somebody else. It doesn't have to be something big. It could be helping somebody with their groceries at the grocery store, somebody who's struggling putting lumber in at the lumber yard. Just stop. Do something for somebody. You'll feel better about yourself. And as you begin to do that, it starts to build. It starts to build. It's kind of like a candle. You find that when you're in the dark and you light a candle, it doesn't just provide light for you. It provides light for everyone who's in there. So when you find that inner flame that's within you, and I'm going to tell you, when you do charity, when you do things for other people, when you donate money, you start to see that flame come alive. When that flame starts to come alive for you, not only does it give you vision and clarity, not only does it help drive out that darkness that we all wrestle with, it shares that light with other people so that they can see. So there you go, man. That's my journey. You got any questions? Let me know.